All right, so we're looking at a bar graph here of the students' birthdays by month. And the months are along the bottom of our graph, and the number of students who have birthdays in those months are on the left side. And so if we were to look at this bar graph and decide which month has the most birthdays, we're going to look for the tallest bar, which we can see here is June. In June, if I follow my June bar all the way to the top and over, there were 10 students who had birthdays. If we were to look at which month has the least amount of birthdays, we're looking for the shortest bar. And that here is August. Now, if I follow August all the way over, it's actually in between the 0 and the 2. Well, what number is between 0 and 2? 1. So there was one birthday in August. If we were to look at some of the other questions that we had, for example, how many birthdays are in the month of September? Again, we would follow September all the way up, and then we could follow it over and see that it's in between the 6 and the 8. The number in between 6 and 8 is 7. So there's 7 birthdays in the month of September. The final question we had is which equation shows how many more people have birthdays in June than September? In June than September. So if we were to go to our June birthdays, we can see that we have 10 June birthdays. And in September, we have 7 June birthdays. So how many more were in June than in September? Well, we have to take the number of birthdays in June, 10. How many more tells us to subtract? How many more tells us to subtract? So what we can do is take those 10 that we know are in June, and we can subtract from those the 7 that we know are in September and see how many are left over. That key phrase of how many more. So if we take 10 and we subtract 7, how many are left over? Well, if I can get it lined up right, we can see that there's exactly 1, 2, 3. So that means there are 3 more birthdays in June than September. So we would be able to show that as 10 minus 7 equals 3.